Hello, podcast listeners. Welcome to episode 6 of the Expedia Cruises LVC Insider podcast, where we give you inside information about your favorite travel partners and destinations. And we are so happy to welcome back Abby Koff-Brown for her third
Hi,
installment
everyone.
about Royal Caribbean. Thanks for joining us today, Abby.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Kat.
I have so enjoyed learning all about Icon of the Seas and Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We're talking about suites today, which is also super exciting. I think Royal Caribbean is so known as, the ultimate destination for families at sea. And some people don't always think about suites.
I know.
But when you're traveling with your family, to have a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra luxury is always such a blessing. So can you tell us a little bit about Royal Caribbean suites, particularly who would be a person that might want to stay in a suite on Royal Caribbean?
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, I think, you're 100% right. Customers don't necessarily think of us all the time as the go-to suite luxury experience, but they really should. And the reason is we have the opportunity, because our ships are so large, to have really, really large suites on board our ships. All different types of suites that we have on board, depending upon what ship and vessel you're on. But they're really just, besides the size of them, there's so many offerings that you're able to get. And I think that people really need to look at this as a small ship experience. So you're in a suite, you get which we'll discuss today, all of the benefits and amenities a part of being in a suite. You've got all this amazing entertainment that sometimes when you're on a smaller ship, you don't necessarily get all this amazing entertainment, because we have all these different venues that we're able to have so many performances in all different types of mediums, whether it's by air or by sea, or by water or by ice, whatever it is. We have so many different offerings. So I think it really gives your suite customer a bigger opportunity, besides just staying in their cabin, from what they're going to be doing on board the ship. And you can still make it a very luxury small ship experience by staying in a suite.
I agree. And I think that if you have a grandparent or a parent who maybe has cruised on some of these smaller ships in more of a luxury environment, but now you're doing, grandpa's 80th birthday cruise or the 50th anniversary cruise, and you're bringing the whole family,
Yep.
You can give that smaller area, that more luxurious area, to the people who are used to it. But you also have all these great things for the kids to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, we really feel like generational cruising is the target demographic for suite customers. We see so many of the grandparents coming on board. The kids are running around and water sliding and doing all this stuff during the day that they want to have a great time with. The parents are doing what they're doing. And then the grandparents, there's so many wonderful experiences for the grandparents to be able to enjoy. And they still have that luxury, elevated experience by staying in the suite and enjoying all the offerings, but their kids not being, sitting there, why am I doing nothing? There's something for everybody.
Absolutely. Now, you actually have 2 programs at Royal Caribbean for suites.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about those?
Yeah, so we have 2 programs. And the reason is that with the evolution of our newer hardware that we have, we've obviously created some more onboard venues that can accommodate some of these new offerings that we have. So we have our traditional suite program, and that is on all of our ships, the Vision class, the Radiance class, the Voyager class, and Freedom class ships. They are part of our traditional program. They have a great experience where they get a concierge lounge, and they get different types of benefits in their staterooms depending upon what category they're in. And then we have the Royal Suite class. And the Royal Suite class is on our Oasis class ships, our Quantum class ships, and will also be on our Icon class ships. And
Excellent. And what separates the two? So tell me a little bit about what do you get when you're part of the suite program on Royal Caribbean?
So in this newer version, the Royal Suite class, some of the things that we have that we don't have necessarily part of the traditional suite program is you have a coastal kitchen restaurant, which is a suite a restaurant exclusive for our suite guests, and all of the tiers in the Royal Suite class can go to the Coastal Kitchen venue for dinner. We also have on our new ship, the Icon of the Seas, we introduced a second venue, which is now called the Grove, and that's for the top two tiers, the Sky and the Star class, that will be able to enjoy that restaurant. And then they all have a suite class concierge on, regardless of which program you're in. They all have a lounge that they can go to, and they get free drinks in the evenings. They have continental breakfasts and things that they offer in the morning, and there's appetizers as well in the evening. So it is really a nice experience. And then also with our Royal Suite class, you get, as part of being in the top two tiers and having access to this lounge area, the concierge can make all your show reservations for you and go ahead and, any kind of spa reservations, anything you need on board, they can accommodate you, as well as being part of those top two tiers in the Royal Suite class.
Now, being part of the suite class will extend off the ship as well. When you go to Labadee, is that what you were speaking about? That there's
That's really with both of our programs, the traditional program or the suite program. Doesn't matter which program you're a part of. If the ship stops in Labadee and you are staying in any category of a suite on any one of our vessels, you have the ability to be able to go into the private suite area that is located on Labadee, which is one of our out islands. And there's an upgraded lunch, and there's a nice beach area. And there's also an opportunity, if you chose to purchase cabanas in that area as well, if you want even a more elevated experience.
That's so nice. So you get to experience not only these beautiful accommodations, but you also have your own personal assistant, really, that you don't have
Mhm.
to worry about all of your reservations and all of the
Mhm.
little things. You have somebody to help you take care of those. Um,
Absolutely.
Now there's different classes of suite, and
Correct.
so we could start maybe right at the C class and let people know what
Absolutely.
do you get when you're part of the C class.
Perfect. Yeah. So when you're in the C class, that really pertains to our junior suites. And that, let me just reiterate, that's on all Oasis class ships, all Quantum class ships, as well as all of our Icon class ships. And that is where you get the access to the coastal kitchen. You've got upgraded bathroom amenities, upgraded pillow top and mattresses in that area. And you've got access exclusive, those types of things, and obviously the larger cabin. And then, as we mentioned at Labadee, that access area as well.
And then one level up from C class, we would come into the Sky class category, correct?
Absolutely. And the Sky class is, again, Oasis class, Quantum, and Icon class. And this is really the largest majority of the suites that we have on board of the ship. It would be things like your one bedroom aqua theater, your one bedroom loft, your grand suite, your owner's suite. All of those are primarily those categories. We also have introduced on Icon some new junior suites that will fall into this tier as well, exclusive on that class. And this gets you the access to the concierge lounge. You get access again to the coastal kitchen. You get free Wi-Fi, which we have Boom, which is the fastest Wi-Fi at sea. You get a private sun deck. You get priority boarding and on the ship and off the ship, show reservations, all the upgraded amenities, bottled water, and then the refreshment package. So you get like your sodas and things like that as well in your room.
Plus, you get some pretty cool staterooms, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
They have some really
Absolutely.
great amenities inside the staterooms, which is
Absolutely.
super fun. And then even higher than the Sky class is going to be the Star class,
Yes.
correct?
And that is the creme de la creme. So that is really the top categories on board the ship. I'd say there's no more than 4 or 5 on any one ship at any time. And you have the Royal Loft Suite in there. You've got the 4-bedroom villa suite. You've got a grand loft suite. So all 2-bedroom aqua, the biggest ship classes that we have on board. And all of these get their own genie, which is a private butler. And what's really neat about this, and to be able to use your partner with Expedia, is they will work with you, the customer, to figure out all your likes and dislikes, Do you want blue M&Ms? Do you want, whatever it is that, Billy Joel playing when you walk in the stateroom, whatever your preference is, you'll communicate that over to your Expedia agent, and they will communicate that over to us, and they will then go ahead and make sure that we can try and get as many of your wishes and your experiences taken care of. And that genie will also meet you off the ship, help you board the ship, get you on board, and then pretty much communicates with you and handles everything for you. Everything's included: your deluxe beverage package, your room, your all your specialty restaurants, everything's included. So this is really an all-inclusive program that you get to go ahead and experience.
Awesome. I love that you call it a genie, because you think of, just think about it and it'll probably be there. So that's so exciting. What a nice little benefit of staying in the Star class. I know that each one of your ships, you have a lot of ships, but each one of them has their own version of the suites. You went through the different classes of ships and the ones that are available. But really, the future, or what you're hoping to do at Royal Caribbean, is with Wonder and Icon. Is that correct?
Yes,
What's been started with Wonder and now
correct.
with Icon?
Yes, we're creating these neighborhoods basically, where they're having a private pool area, sun deck area, the restaurants, the venues, things like that for them to be able to experience. And we're really seeing this as the future evolution to really have this exclusive neighborhood for the Sweetgrass.
So you get the small ship experience, the luxury of the suites, the added amenities, but you also get to take part in all the really, really great fun stuff that Royal Caribbean does so well. So that is so exciting. I know when you and I talked about Icon of the Seas, we talked a little bit about some of the amazing categories and amenities on there. So that would be great for families to check out. If anybody is interested in a suite, or what category they fall into, or what program they should fall into, they can absolutely talk to their Expedia Cruises of OBC travel consultant. They will find the best place for them. Thank you so much for joining us, Abby. I love talking about Royal Caribbean.
Absolutely. We're real excited about the suite program and the evolution. And even though you don't need to be in a suite when you're at Coco Cay, I think all of our suite guests would also really enjoy the Royal Beach Club. So I definitely think they should check that out as well. But thank you guys so much. And please, please, please work with your Expedia agent. They know our suites backwards and forwards. We have thousands of them, more suites at Royal Caribbean than any other brand out there. So we really have a wide variety of choices for you guys to be able to select from.
Awesome. Well, thanks. Hopefully you'll come back again soon and join us. We could talk some more about Royal Caribbean.
Absolutely.
So thank you,
so
Abby.
much,
Thanks,
guys.
podcast listeners.